now watching
Swiss Sports.
Change is coming. Think about all the changes made during the mini bye week. Coaches had a longer period of time to self-evaluate and coach players' techniques up. This time, Matt Eberflus, Luke Getsy, and Alan Williams had a full bye week to self-scout, and I expect big changes for the last 4 games of the season. What's up, guys? Swift here, covering everything Chicago Bears with daily breakdowns and updates. Please hit that like button for me. I don't expect Coach Eberflus to give away anything beforehand, but I am expecting to see some different things down the stretch, maybe even schematically on both sides of the ball. Coach Eberflus set out to do one thing this season: establish a culture in this building by laying a foundation for future success. It is built upon hustle and execution. One of the biggest positives of this season has been the offense after the mini bye week, especially Justin Fields. This offense has been extremely explosive. After 13 weeks in the NFL, the Chicago Bears led the entire league in explosive plays. Luke Getsy has gotten a lot of critics, but I haven't seen an offense this explosive or exciting in my life as a Bears fan. The defense has been awful, and the offense has had some execution problems all season. But guys with the talent of Justin Fields are once in a lifetime. Luke Getsy and Matt Eberflus did an excellent job making adjustments after the Commanders game. And this team has been much more fun to watch the last couple of months. Even if we have only won 3 games all year, there is plenty of reason for excitement if you are a Bears fan. Today we are going to dig into some of the changes I expect to see coming out of the bye week, specifically players that will be more involved. I expect to see some surprises as well, but let's get right into it. The first thing I expect to see is more Chase Claypool.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
I expect Claypool to lead the wide receiver group in snaps going forward and get more manufactured touches from Luke Getsy's play calls. I expect Claypool to make some exciting plays down the stretch of the season. I have not been shy on how big of a fan I was of this move. I've been dreaming of pairing Justin Fields with a receiver of Claypool's talent since we drafted him last year. Landing Claypool was a dream scenario. I expect him to blossom and sign an extension in Chicago. I fully expect him to get rolling over the next 4 games. Next up is another receiver I think has to be more involved going forward. N'Keal Harry is another guy I liked a lot when we acquired him. While I'm not as high on N'Keal as I am Claypool, I still believe he can add another dynamic to this offense. He could be our best contested catch receiver on the team. Him and Claypool are both able to go up and pluck the ball out of the air, and they both can use their bodies to gain leverage and box defenders out. Harry's chances have been limited so far, but he has played much better than Equanimeous St. Brown, Velus Jones Jr., or Byron Pringle. I think Harry needs more snaps on the field going forward, especially since he's a free agent after this season. We need to see what we have here. I would like to see him brought back next year as well. Next up is a guy I've talked about a bit as well, Alex Leatherwood. He made his debut and got 10 snaps versus the Packers and showed plenty of potential, but it was such a limited showing. I really want to see Leatherwood's snaps increase and even start a couple of games this year. There is no rush here, however, as Leatherwood is under contract for another 2 seasons, but right now it looks like right tackle is a huge need going into the offseason. If the coaches believe there's a chance that Leatherwood can fill that hole, we have to see more of him so we can evaluate him a little bit. I love his potential going forward. Okay, what else do I expect to see? I think Luke Getsy is going to unleash this offense over the next few weeks. He has been mostly vanilla with his play calling throughout most of the year. Even though we have the most explosive plays in the NFL, Getsy is seen as a guy who plays it safe too often. A lot of times I agree with this. I don't see anything wrong with it this year, as our pass protection has been a mess, and it's understandable why he has been very safe with his play calling in the red zone, especially this season. However, with 4 games left to play, and at 3-10 with a bye week to assess, it is now time for Getsy to show us a little bit more aggression, especially in the red zone. I think we are always going to be a team that runs the ball, but I would love to see Getsy showcase this passing attack going forward. With Darnell Mooney out, we have a chance for Justin Fields to build chemistry with the other guys and give other guys more targets in the passing game. I've already mentioned Chase Claypool and N'Keal Harry, but I'd like to see Velus Jones Jr. get some more opportunities as well. Bonus note here, Tevin Jenkins and Braxton Jones and the entire offensive line have a competition going for the most pancake blocks on the team this season. Coach Morgan apparently has a belt for the winner. Just another fun thing to keep an eye on when the Bears have the ball. On the defensive side, I honestly don't know what to expect. Our pass rush has been pathetic. Our run defense has been awful too, but my best guess would be that Alan Williams dials up more pressure from outside the front 4. He could do this in a variety of ways, but one would be sending our team leader in sacks, Jaquan Brisker, on more blitzes. Jack Sanborn is another guy. He's only 1 sack behind him and should be sent after quarterbacks more as well. And then you could also say the same for Kyler Gordon, who has won pressure this season and has been close on a couple of sacks, but has not got one yet. Speaking of Gordon, he has gotten a lot of hate this season. And yes, he has struggled, but it's hard to evaluate any defensive back without a pass rush. The bottom line is Kyler Gordon is a rookie playing the hardest position in this entire defense, and the team is generating no pass rush. He's given up 546 yards and 2 touchdowns in coverage this year, and people have given up on him already, despite his 55 tackles and 1 big-time interception. I'd like to see Kyler get a little bit more comfortable down the stretch, but just so my viewers know, I am not worried about his performance yet. Another thing I would like to see is Elijah Hicks get more looks at free safety, and Jalen Jones, our undrafted corner, get some more time potentially in place of Kendall Vildor down the stretch. Obviously, we will all be watching Jack Sanborn on defense as well. His play has been incredibly fun to watch and is something most of us will already be watching going forward. I would also love to see Dieter get a chance at center, but with the team trotting Sam Mustipher out for press conferences and his improved play over the last few weeks, I imagine Mustipher probably starts the rest of the season, provided he stays healthy. Either way, there is a lot to watch going forward other than just draft pick position. I expect this team to be hungry and fight down the stretch of the season. Most people expect us to just roll over and just hand teams wins for the rest of this year. That will not be the case in my opinion. I doubt our defense suddenly performs like a top 10 unit. The talent simply isn't there yet. However, with Brisker and Gordon back, maybe we see more turnovers and some big time plays. Justin Fields brings a ton of excitement to the table every week, and it'll be good to see the Bears playing again this Sunday. We are playing a Super Bowl contender, and nobody expects us to win this one. I'm not saying we will either, but I do expect us to put up a fight in every game going forward the rest of this year. This team is young and hungry, and they aren't going to just roll over and throw in the towel. I appreciate everybody who watches. Please remember to hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Stay tuned, and until next time, bear down.